Alright. The buzzer just went off. Oh my gosh, these cookies don't even look done. What the hell? No? Yes, no? I don't think so. Maybe? Just sit on the pan a little longer? There. Looking not done yet. I don't know. This side looks more done than that side. Okay, I'm gonna flip it for a couple of minutes. Try to collapse them all anyways, I don't care. This oven is donkeys, man. Crap. I thought it was good, but the whole thing needs to be recalibrated. Then I might like it. So 2 minutes on the clock, and I was just making a TikTok, and I've kind of didn't really make, those two are bad. It's borderline. Jeez, I don't know what I did with this batch of cookies, but I didn't do anything right. That's for sure. And I'm wondering about this batch here, because they're starting to look like those other ones. Oh, man, I might have to give up baking. I love to bake. But if you don't have you're only as good as your equipment. So if your oven sucks, your baking sucks. Unfortunately, I gotta figure it out though. The other oven I had figured out to the T. 5 degrees less, but it cooked evenly. Not this oven, no. This oven, you gotta turn shit around, you know, because half will be done, the other half won't. Okay, so 2 more minutes it's been a minute and a half, and that's as far as I'm willing to go with these. And that's it. So, gotta get them off onto the cooling rack. So let's do that. I'm just gonna turn you. See the cooling rack there, and the cookies are there. Everything is there but you. Yeah. All right. So these are gonna come off. I don't know if I can do this. All right. I need. All right. I think we can do it now. See, that's much better. Look at that. This batch is the best batch so far. Because those look good. Those are all overdone. These are all overdone. Don't really matter what happened to them. All right. Now, got the last batch going in. And the dough should be just soft enough to not have any issues with this last turn back around here. There we are. I think I got cookie dough all over my tripod. That's funny. Yep, cookie dough all over my tripod. All right. I think, and I don't think we're going to get a full pan off of these. However, it is soft enough, just enough to do these. And I'm definitely going to have to get a new one. But I'm finishing this with this one, which is saying a lot. Because, what the hell? What is that? What is that? Butter, maybe? It's fine. I don't think I'm going to have enough to fulfill the whole pan. We'll see. We will see. That one's not right. It's like a half a one. Put it back in there and try again. There we go. They don't want to come out of this thing. But that's fine. I'm still going to use it until the cookies are done baking today. Not going to go shopping for one of these today. So I'm going to be using this one. Alright, so a couple more cookies is all. Looks like one more after this one. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cookies. Last batch. So just over 3.5 dozen. I think that's what the package says too. So I think so. I'm not sure. I'm getting it in there now. That's for sure. Get all that in there. There we are. That is a full. All right. Hopefully. It's fine. It's fine. So I've got 3 on one side, 4 on the other. 7 cookies going in the oven. And then, what the hell, let's do the dishes and get that taken care of. I don't know why my friend's not calling me back. So I tried to answer, my phones were fucking up. Tried so hard to answer. But she's apparently too busy for me. I don't know why she even called me then. You know? And she's probably wondering the same thing. I don't think I'm going to go tomorrow either. Just not into it, really. It's not that I'm not into it. It's that there's going to be a lot of around me. Like, what did I do to deserve being treated like that? Nothing. I did nothing but help you. So, if you want to treat me like shit, then I'll be moving on down the road, right? I mean, why fight it? So 9 minutes on the clock. We'll check it there. Probably do. It says 9 to 11, so I've never had to go to 11, but I'm only used to the stove I have, so it's hard to get used to another stove. It takes time. I'll get there. But hey, do dishes with me, right? I'd move you closer, but I really can't because of the stove being there, and I'm using the oven. Had I not be using it, of course I would. But I am, so. But you can join me in still cleaning some dishes. I don't have very many, but I'm not organized with them either, so it might take a little longer. Right? Like just grab one and wash it, grab one and wash it, doesn't matter what it is. Usually I like to do like all the cups and all the bowls and all the, in a certain order, silverware before the pans, and that's not where I'm going today though. I'm just doing it as they come up. That's so funny. Yep, see, just doing as they come up. It'll be fine. Nice temperature on the water. It'll last like, you know, the funny thing is in this house I haven't ran out of hot water yet. In that apartment I was running out of hot water constantly. I do like a good 10-minute shower before I run out of hot water. So here's something that, guys, scroll on because you're not going to want to hear this. So I started my period one year. What year was that? 2005? The year my father passed. I think it was 2005. And I started my period like normal any other day, you know. And it went on. And I wasn't one to pay attention to them either. So I don't care when it started, when it ended, how long it lasted. I didn't really care. I just did what I had to do during that time and wore and, you know, did everything I needed to do. So it went, and eventually I'm like, what the fuck? Why has my period not stopped yet? And it ended up being 7 straight months. 7 straight months. And it didn't stop, not even for a second. So my doctor and I figured I should have, he opted this operation through endometrial ablation, and that surgically closes your uterus and stops your period surgically, and it should last up to 10 years, or I'm sorry, 5 years. And I thought, cool, no periods for 5 years, up to 5 years, that's awesome. So, but 2 years later, you know, I'm living my life as free as I can be, no period, no cramping, none of it. I was just like, hell yeah, this is awesome, this is cool. So then, I woke up and I was doing different jobs, and I was changing jobs, and I was doing this and that, and da-da-da. And I woke up one morning and just didn't feel good. And, thought, man, I don't feel good at all. What the hell? My back started hurting, my stomach just hurting, everything was just hurting. I was irritable. Yeah. What the hell? And I didn't think nothing of the sort about it being like my period or anything like that. I did not think that at all. At all. So, I thought that, well, the first month I thought, okay, you hurt your back, right? Because it was mostly, the pain was mostly in my back. And I wasn't really taking the other symptoms to heart, you know, just back pain, really. And I'm like, okay, I hurt my back. Then it took about a week or so to go away. I'm like, phew, man. But I still didn't quite feel good. Nauseous, hot and cold sweats, and this and that and the other thing. Oh, it's horrible. So, then the next month, same thing happened. Then I hurt my back again, threw my back out again. Man, this is sucking, this new job. Keep throwing my back out. I'm not sure why, because I'm not doing any massive laboring or anything like that. And so then, it went on for months, and every month it seemed to last a little longer, and be a little more painful, and this and that and the other thing. And my doctor couldn't figure it out. I was going from doctor to doctor to doctor, just in squeeze. It's horrible. The pain is horrendous. It was horrible. Nothing like what I'm into now, but the pain was really bad then. And I had one of the doctors look at me and say, if you think you're going to get pain medication from me, you are out of your mind. And I said, look, buddy, I don't give a fuck what kind of degree you have. You will not speak to me that way. I'm here because I'm in pain. How about you figure out what's wrong with me instead of just passing me off and giving me some pain pills, which I'm allergic to, by the way. Didn't look in my file, did you? Oh, okay. So what I want is for you to figure out what's fucking wrong with me and fix it. No, he couldn't figure it out, so he would accuse me of being a drug addict. Yeah, I didn't go over so well. I said, you know what, buddy? You're fired. And he kind of looked at me and I said, that's right. I have the right to fire you as my doctor. So you are fired as my doctor. I never want to see you again, and I want my records sent to my home, blah, 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 blah. Right? So I said, and if you think I'm going to get a bill from this visit, you are out of your effing mind. So I never did get a bill. And my records were, I mean, your medical records are at the big place, not in his office. And I still go through Valley Medical Center. It's just, I go through a different doctor. And I didn't go to a doctor after that for a long time because it made me depressed and I was in so much pain and I couldn't figure it out. After about 6 or 7 months of that, I figured it out. I said, oh, you are kidding me. So I called my OBGYN. He knows me. He knows I'm not just seeking some pain pills. So I call him up and make an appointment. I said, hey, doc, oh man, the pain is horrible. Can you help me? So he did an ultrasound. And he said, I can't figure out where the pain is coming from. But I know you, and I know that you, if you're in pain, you're not lying about being in pain, that's for sure. Oh, doc, not at all. I wouldn't do that. And he's like, no, I know you, we're good. So he said, here's what I want you to do. When the pain, because I wasn't really, the pain would subside by the time I saw him. And he said, when the pain starts up again, you get in your car and you drive down here and you tell him that you don't need an appointment. You're going to see me, and you're going to see me right now, and we're going to put you in that machine and we're going to figure out what's wrong with you. I said, okay. Thank you, doc. Thank you so much. So then, the pain starts up again. My car, and I drive down to my OBGYN, and put me on in the ultrasound machine. And he said, well, looks like your uterus is 5 times its size. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. He goes, yeah, I think you're menstruating. I said, what? Why would I be menstruating? He goes, well, the endometrial ablation only lasted two years. I said, you told me up to 5. He goes, yeah. I said, yeah, up to. And so it really only lasted 2, but I didn't know what was happening, so I had no idea that the endometrial ablation had stopped working. And I was literally menstruating internally with a surgically closed uterus, so I was not flushing at all. And the blood, after it filling up in my uterus as much as it could, causing my hips to widen, causing all the back pain and this pain and that pain, and then it would, because I wasn't flushing it, it would, and excuse me, coagulate inside my uterus, and some of it would seep out into my system. And so my system was processing this internal blood problem. And man, talk about some fucking pain. Oh man, my pain, and I think that was actually worse than what I'm going through because my hair doesn't hurt with this one. My pain literally went from the end, I could go like that and feel pain. The end of my hair follicles, complete, and right, how does that happen? I don't know, because there's no nerves here. So, all the way, and it was just so excruciating. From there, all the way down to the tips of my fucking toes. My fingernail beds hurt. My whole body fucking hurt. Every single inch of my body would hurt. And so he said, well, really, there's really nothing we can do except for give you pain pills. And I said, but I don't want to take. He goes, I know you don't like them. I know you don't like to take them, but we have figured out what we think the problem is, and we just need to get you in and get the the hysterectomy done. And he asked me if I wanted a partial, full, whatever. I opted for a full hysterectomy, everything gone, and so I did that. And I did that because I was in a lot of pain, and I was 36, 37 at the time. So, maybe not that old. I was 34 when I had my youngest daughter. And so she was probably 5. So I was almost 40, maybe over 40, right about 40, somewhere in there. But yeah, it was horrible. The pain, it was horrendous. It really was. It was horrendous. So then after that, I had the hysterectomy, and what a nightmare that was. Oh my gosh, what a nightmare that was. So here's what happened with that. Yeah, you're gonna love this. So they give you the button of the pain medicine, right? And you have to push the button. You can push it like every 20 minutes or some shit like that. But you have to push it in order to get your pain medicine, or you don't get it. So after they were trying so hard to get my pain under control. So my pain after the operation I almost died just from the pain. I almost died from the pain because that's how painful it was. And they could not get a handle on the pain. And they kept telling me, and I was out of it because the pain was eye rolling. They were trying to keep me awake, and they were saying, come on, Lisa, come on, you can do it. Push the button, push the button, push the button. And I'm trying to push that fucking button. I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying and I'm trying. So then I muster up enough fucking energy through all the pain to reach up and grab my husband by the scruff of his fucking collar and pull him down to me. I slapped the button in his hand and I said, push the fucking button. So he's like, oh shit, dude. And I was like, oh, zonk. Put me on that machine while I'm asleep to expect me to push the button when I'm half out of it, and then the pain all of a sudden, and they're not doing nothing for the pain. They want me to push the button. Come on, you can do it. Push the button. You push the motherfucking button. I'm still fucking sleeping, but then the pain was eye rolling. Yeah, it was horrid. It was one of the worst pains. And, people say that what I'm going through now is the worst pain anybody's ever felt. No, there's that one. There's that rare thing that happens to women. Sometimes it causes massive and utterly full body pain. No, I think that one, it didn't last as long, obviously, because I'm 2.5 years into this one. So I've built quite the endurance to the pain. The last one was about, I want to say lasted 9 or 10 months before we figured out what was going on. So yeah, I had started menstruating in a surgically closed uterus. So yeah, there's that. There's one of those things that I had to endure. I've had to, well, first of all, I'm an accident waiting to happen. Yeah, there's that. But there's a lot of other things that I've done in my life that are not accidents, and it still has sent me into a world of fucking craziness. Yeah. So you know what I'm gonna do. I give a fucking shit. Did I not? Are these cookies? Yeah, we're done. What the fuck? Turn it off, Lisa. Turn the goddamn thing off. Yeah, you can't even remember to turn the damn stove off. And this does not need to come off the stove per se while I'm cooking. So we're fine with that there. I just had it moved because of I was using it every inch of the stove. So now let's take a look at one of these cookies. See the difference? Here's the difference. See the difference? The size of that fucking cookie. Oh, this one's even worse, yeah. See? This, however, this is the Toll House cookie that everybody loves. And it's so hot. I'm just jealous. Yummy. I got one good batch out of 4. I got even with this stove, with this oven. I'll tell you, I'm just going to rinse this bowl off real quick. Because it's clean and got soap all over it still. There we are. And now, I'm going to get me a... What am I going to get? What am I going to get? What am I doing over here? I'm doing something other than this. Okay. Coffee cup. And spoon. And sugar. No, that is not sugar. What the hell? Where's the sugar? Well, that's weird. It's still, oh, because it's still over there, dumbass. And half and half. All right. We're gonna make a cup of coffee. Please and thank you. My garbage is literally full of bottles. All there is to it. Ooh-wee. I like to say my kitchen is clean. It's not quite there yet, though. Not quite there yet. I can't believe that thing fits in there. It's crazy. I'm glad it does. Hell yeah. Heck to the yeah, I'm glad it does. So now all I have to do is wait for the cookies to cool down. They'll go on a plate. I'll wash the rack and that'll go down in there too. As well. Alright. Sugar. Half and half. Coffee. Still have that much in that one. It's pretty good. I wish I could just, I wish I had the energy to just cook every single day, all day long. Like cook this and then cook that and then cook this and then that. And yesterday, cooking the breakfast casserole and getting it all done in a couple of hours. I mean, that is the kind of meal that, it's supposed to be a leftover meal. So, when you have biscuits and gravy and pancakes and, you know, or I'm sorry, biscuits and gravy and hash browns and eggs and sausage and bacon and all that, then you're going to end up with a lot of leftovers because I'm so used to cooking for 4 people. I can't cook for just the 2 of us. So we always have lots of leftovers. And he is awesome at keeping up on what needs to get eaten. You know, he doesn't mess up very often. So, but I would love to do that all day. You know, just get up and cook. So, cook and then clean, then cook another meal, then clean, then cook another meal, then clean, then go to bed. That's what I want to do. That's all I want to do. So I would love to own a restaurant. Unfortunately, I don't think I am ready to own a restaurant per se. I would love to and do all the cooking for all the people. I would love to, absolutely. And I'm pretty sure had that abduction attempt gone through, I'd been cooking lots of Mexican food like no tomorrow. Oh yeah, authentic too. Oh yeah. Oh, you want me to cook again? Cook or I'll beat it? Well, I'd rather cook. Kind of pushed me into one of my favorite things to do. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't be able to do anything else but the kitchen. So they would have to hire more people than just me. Or, I don't know, abduct more people than just me. Yeah. I think that's what would have happened. I would have been abducted and taken across the Mexican border and put to work in like a sewing warehouse, slave warehouse, sewing or cooking or, shit like that. I do. I think that's what was going to happen to me had the abduction gone through. But I'm a hard pill to catch. I'm a hard pill to swallow. I got away from it by the chin of my teeth. Tell you what. My husband is yelling at me. Get on the freeway and head north right now. Like, I can't just get on the freeway and head north and see you in a couple of hours. No. Let's get on the freeway, head north, and 3 days I will see you. So, but I think I only put 2.5 in there. Yeah, not sure. Straight up sugar. I should not even be having sugar. But it's not about quitting sugar. It's about balancing your shit. I do eat sugar, absolutely. And I probably eat it in every meal. But I counteract it with lots of protein. Like if you have lots of protein. And if I just drank pretty darn good. If I just drink apple cider vinegar with Mother, or organic apple cider vinegar with Mother, put a spoonful of that, or a couple capful of that, or whatever, and some lemon water. I'd probably get rid of the diabetes and whatever else I have. But that could be a factor. However, how fucking ever, I have foobarred my life. So, even if I get better and can go back to work, I can't. Because I have foobarred my life. I burnt every bridge. And I told every entity to fuck right off. And my ex-husband said, "That's all right, babe, I'll take care of you." I'm like, cool. You gonna take care of my boredom too? He is awesome to take care of me. And if I did work, yeah, we would make a lot more money and spend a lot more money. But not working isn't really... I don't mind it, I'm sick. I'm just gonna go with the flow. I'm tired. I'm sick and fucking tired. I am so sick and fucking tired. So can I just get a moment? I mean, I have been running like a chicken with my head cut off since I was 12. And thought I was all that in a bag of chips while I was doing it. Hell yeah.